Hey guys, GamerCaney here. Wanted to bring an update to my Hallowed Sepulchre video. You might have noticed, just based on what I'm wearing, that I have done quite a few more of them. I've got myself a Hallowed Hammer, Hallowed Symbol, Hallowed Grapple, Hallowed Ring, and Hallowed Focus. So all of these items and the Sepulchre itself have all been updated, and how they work has changed dramatically. So a couple of things. The Hallowed Symbol counts as a Saradomin item for when you're praying back your run energy at the end of the run. It also counts as a holy symbol for using the prayer book, which you can use as an antidote by reciting a prayer and giving up a few prayer points. So that's a lot better, and I've got this set to shift click as well. So if you need to use customizable shift click on RuneLite, that's a really good use of it there. What else we've got? We've got the hammer and the saw this time. We brought the saw rather than in my original guide when I didn't bring one and I didn't know what was going on. I've got steel nails and regular planks. Now the reason I can afford to bring in regular planks is because of the Hallowed Hammer. I never fail building the bridges now, but if you'd like to have a better time with the bridges, then you need to use the higher tier stuff. So wiki Hallowed Sepulchre. By the way, that command works in the regular client as well. That is an official new thing that they do. Let's have a look here. Hallowed Sepulchre. So the grapple has been changed so that now you will always succeed. In my guide, you notice I used one and I failed sometimes. It only increased the chance then. Now you always succeed. The Hallowed Focus will guarantee the success of portal frames. It didn't used to, and it will also speed up the process. So you'll actually gain some time. The symbol, when you go up to the necklace slot, will halve the number of sacrifices to a Saradomin brazier. It'll also speed up walking through prayer barriers. It'll also act as a Saradomin item, and it'll also act as a holy symbol. This hammer will never break nails. If you don't have this ring, make sure to bring food until you get it. I recommend getting this one first out of all of these. Obviously we've got the Graceful Die and we've got the Dark Icon. Okay, so the Strange Old Lockpick. So it will speed up looting coffins in the Hallowed Sepulchre and lower the chance of triggering the trap without using any charges. So bring a Strange Old Lockpick instead of a regular lockpick. And you can also, there's a pretty good chance to get the Agility Pet. 1 in 2000 is pretty insane. Experience is no longer scaled down depending on the time remaining. So the stuff I said about in the guide where I said the experience depends on how fast you are is no longer true. The bolt projectile is now larger and glows. You can now no longer waste supplies getting to loot things. That's a nice. You now use the lowest level enchantment spell you have for the runes when your Hallowed Focus is equipped. So because I have the Hallowed Focus, it will use the Ruby enchant. But I recommend for the new setup is to don't worry about the blood and soul runes. It's a bit insane. Just cast 20 blood and soul runes every time you want to do this. People will go overboard with the cost sometimes. Go for your Onyx Jury enchant, which is just going to be literally lava runes and cosmic runes. So that's what I have in here. I've got lava runes and cosmic runes, and nature runes in order to alch things. If you're not going to bring exactly this gear, which you cannot probably, I recommend like a Tome of Fire here probably, Explorer's Ring or Endurance Ring there. And I recommend getting a Holy Symbol, because that'll count as a Saradomin item. And you'll also be able to use the prayer book to cure your poison. Myth Grapple, Hallowed Grapple doesn't matter. Crossbow, any crossbow works. I happen to use this one. I actually tested the Carol's crossbow, and the Carol's crossbow does work. And yeah, the Crystal Saw I assume works. But if you die inside the Hallowed Sepulchre, which I've only done once as a meme just to test if it worked, apparently it destroys the Crystal Saw, which is intended. So I didn't know that, but now I do. Alright, let's go check out Darkmire. So because I teleported in without the proper kit, I'm going to get attacked by this person just here, and this person just here. Or not in multi. But there we go, I get attacked by like every little chap along the way. Let's run there. First we go north, then we go east to the mausoleum doors. Okay, when you enter the Hallowed Sepulchre for the first time, you can talk to the mysterious stranger, and he will give you, I believe it's 10 of these teleport crystals. He will also allow you to enter the game. So you can't enter the game until you've spoken to him, but once you do, he'll give you some crystal shards for free. They cost 1 mark each, so they're pretty cheap. And they'll teleport you exactly here. So you're already here, teleport anyway. And it will teleport you here from anywhere in the game up to level 20 wilderness. So we don't need either of those. Let's get to it. Alright, so something I've done is I've turned on the tile marker, Sepulchre marker thingy for this particular minigame, and I've also decided to mark a bunch of tiles that are really good. Now, on this particular rotation, there is a safe spot just here. You can wait for the sword to pass to give you a little bit of extra time. But these are the kind of things you get when you get really sweaty with it. So essentially you could just mark there, which is your safe spot before you enter, and then you could run with the sword just behind it, or you could run after it goes past you. Here, I've marked the tile I need to run to there, but basically it's where the broken statues are. They're just going to watch for whichever arrow trap is coming for us, and we just, move out of the way. Nice and easy. Now, I'm not going to loot this one, because the first floor is really not worth it. It can give you like a maximum of like 1 mark or something. Hello? Well, we just discovered something very new there. If you wear an Armadillo crossbow, which I imagine not many people have, it does the opposite. It actually takes your energy away. It doesn't give you energy. My god. That's insane. I'm gonna unequip this the next time I go to one of those, because that's unexpected. Okay, so I'm gonna pray now, and there we go. Then the obelisk, man, that really mean. Back to 100 energy there. Alright, let's talk about what I've got marked here. So my tile markers, I believe, we can activate the current true tile. So with current true tile, it'll show you the tile that your character is actually on. You notice that when I click here, it doesn't highlight this tile in the middle, it just jumps straight to the other one. If you go into here and then type in agility, is it agility? Yeah, we go. In the agility plugin now, you can look at the Hallowed Sepulchre area where you can highlight projectiles, and this will highlight things like the arrows, the swords, and it'll show you the boxes around them. You can also highlight any obstacles that you click on, so these ones just here, the jump platforms. And you can also highlight any of the skill challenges, so that's any of the things you can break into and loot. Let's continue on with our run, see how we go. So I've got this now on, so you can see a little where I'm supposed to be. Yep. Something about these is that you have like loads of time to do them, so especially when it changes from, so when it does this one, you only need enough time to get past this first statue here, so you can keep running. I may not make it there. No, I did. When the sword arrives, you can just go ahead. As before, you can always run before the sword or after the sword. It's generally a good idea to just try to stay on the blue tiles and not be on the yellow tiles. But notice, because of that fact of me jumping 2 tiles at a time, if you stand before one of the yellow tiles, you will never step on that particular one. So if I was to stand there and then move 1 forward, that would work out. So I've marked all the safe spots here that I need to get to. That just makes it a little bit easier for me. Don't want to overmark things. I don't really need, I think it's really helpful to have the swords marked. The arrows, yeah, I guess it's pretty helpful to have them marked as well. There's a sand piece here, nice. How much are those right now? 32k for 1! That means when I got 2 I was getting 60k, Christ. So you should be able to run this whole thing. I won't make it though. Yeah, because I clicked a little bit late. Now they have fixed these so that they don't... I'm not going to make that one either. Did I even click past it? Whoops. I'm used to doing this immediately, so yeah. If you get the tick correct, you could run all the way through. However, it's probably safer to go like to here instead, or to there, as the case may be. But what you're going to do is just look at the arrows that are coming at you first, and then you can think about the movement after that. And then you go back to thinking about the arrows again. So rather than doing two things at once, you're actually doing one thing and you're just switching between what you're doing. So whatever demands your attention at the time. Oh damn, I didn't take the stupid crossbow off. I've never brought the armored crossbow in if you hadn't noticed. Alright, so with these ones, I always find a really good way to do this is to run sort of diagonally through them like that. Notice that you never actually land on the tiles that you're going to be worried about. And here you can... Oh, nope. Okay. Yes, as I said before, you can just sort of run directly through these. You don't need to worry about fussing about them. Here I'm going to run this way, and then that way, and then into the middle. And into the middle again. To the left. They have a bit of a... I think the tile behind them as well is also dangerous. Now here's one of the traps that has changed significantly. So if I'm late to this trap, it starts to do this. So there's the original thing there. But notice how this one didn't light up, and now this one won't light up either. So it actually gives you a lot more of a chance to catch up if you're late, which is really handy. Rather than what it used to do, where it used to just force you to wait until after this to start running. So that's really nice. That's a good update in terms of like giving you more, because you can't really control when you get here if there's other people in the Sepulchre. It's not really your fault. Oh goodness, that was close there. Alright. And like I said, you will never fail this if you have the focus. So we're actually going to be totally sweet about... Oh, hold on. We'll fail that sometimes. But that just allows me to show off the poison. So, you know, aha, take that. So you can use your prayer book here to recite prayer, and that will actually prevent you from being poisoned. So I'll just go ahead and shift click that, and our poison is cured. I think it costs like 7 prayer points or something, I don't know. So here, I think chasing the sword is actually a better option here, because you can sort of pick your moment, although I just failed. So now we'll do the sword chasing us. We don't need to use any of these, but when you are chasing the sword, you do need to get one of those. Now, yeah, so make sure to not like step just before this yellow tile here, so that no matter what happens, you will never get teleported back into the arrows, which is a painful time, a very painful time. My god, the rune plate is... Yeah, you're making a good bit of cash here. If you have a look here at my Hallowed Sepulchre loot, you can see it's 3.73 mil, which is insane. That's just crazy. Ah, stupid crossbow. Alright, that's just a crossbow. I got a bunch of crossbows that I just got as a meme just to bring in here, but yeah, so just go with the regular old crossbow. Hello? Okay. So here I've marked this tile as a safe spot, and let me just go. We can run all the way to here, but there is a safe spot just there if you are uncomfortable with that one. With this sword trap, there is no safe spot to the left, so you're just going to have to sort of chase the sword through it. However, with this one you have loads of time because the path is so short. So we're going to wait for the flames, and then we can run the whole thing. We can also run to just here, or just there. So look for the broken statues as your safe spots. Once again, ignoring the level 1 loot, but you can go look for those if you want them. Nice, I'm getting a different rotation every time so far, that's good. Now, the update changes I was looking at mentioned about the ghosts. So if you go through here and you try to loot some of the coffins and a ghost appears, and you've completed desert treasure, which I think you don't have to have. Okay, you will have a ring of visibility if you've completed desert treasure, so you can actually use that to see in the lobby that there are some ghosts in there. You can hang out with and talk to about their experiences. Obviously, you need a ghost speak amulet, and they're all pretty convinced that that this place is still called Hallowed rather than being like Darkmire in Mauritania. They've never even heard of Mauritania, and they're pretty upset by the whole idea that vampires are just outside the door. But you know, that's just how it is. You know, history changes. Anyway, so yeah, you can use this weird plugin that shows you exactly where your character is if you'd like to, but you don't have to, obviously. You actually move to here afterwards. But I've marked that safe spot because that spot is always safe. You see, currently this other space isn't. Once again, we're just clicking sort of diagonally. Okay, there is now a new way to solve this one. You don't have to chase the sword. You can actually go straight after the sword gets to you. So it will be about now. And then we go. I believe my friend is fishing AFK at work. Something I found out about is that if you want to take a quick breather from this minigame, from this particular obstacle, you can just stand here and wait. Not sure why you need to do that, but you know, it doesn't actually change anything. Unless you have an aversion like going left or something. As you can see, those objects are really easy to see now. And there's a speed at you which you cross the bridges now. That's really fast. So a lot of this has been sped up. He's doing Karambwans, I think. Oh, never mind. Oh, okay. Apparently he abandoned the old Karambwan method. Alright, so as far as this goes, this particular area, you can go almost at any time. That's what the teleports allow you to really do, is to allow you to go essentially whenever you want to, but a good time to go is when the sword arrives. They've also increased the immunity when you get teleported from the strange tiles. They've increased the immunity you get, which is really nice. So now you can have several, I think it's like a 2 ticks of, so 1.2 seconds of you being immune to damage and other bolts and things. So that's really nice. Let's see where we're gonna go. Stay on the side. Always click just here. I don't know why I haven't highlighted that, but yeah, you always want to click just before the yellow tiles, so that way your next step will be over them. Because every time you want to move in this game, it moves you 2 tiles at a time, not 1. And yeah, I still don't know how that diagonal thing works I tried before. Hello? So we are halfway to our next graceful piece, which will, I guess, be the boots or gloves. Yeah, well, I don't know which one, but 265, not too bad. So like I said before, if you plan things out, you'll never touch a yellow tile, so I can actually prove that. Unless you get teleported. So if I was to wait until one of these lights up, yeah, so I'll skip over that tile. Alrighty, well, that was the Hallowed Sepulchre. Good luck on your grinds. Hopefully you get the pet at the pretty good rate that they are, and I'm going to get 92 agility at some point, don't know when. And we'll have a look at that 5th floor, but I probably won't do a video on that. I just wanted to do one to sort of follow up from some of the mistakes that were in my previous video, as well as look at some of the changes that have happened. Yeah, anyway, I will catch you next time.